everybody. What we have here is the MBE small block Chevy power adder. So power adder meaning you can run a turbo, you can run a pro charger, you can run nitrous. There's EFI bungs here, whatever you want to do. This has what we call our anti-detow chamber. So this allows you to run heavy boost, heavy nitrous, whatever you want to do. And it's very, very tune-up friendly with the anti-detow because it doesn't have any quench. So we typically don't show that chamber. We figure that we've been able to get this to work and other people don't understand it. So we only offer it this way. But what's nice about this is billet. You got billet cylinder heads right here. Billet intake manifold, billet valley tray. So all this comes, you got billet valve covers. Okay, but let's start with the billet heads. The billet heads with the anti-detow chamber flow 490 CFM. That's a real number on a 1020 flow bench. So on a 600 flow bench, it might actually flow more. This has a 2290 intake valve in it and an inch 610 exhaust. So a lot of valve area. Something like this, we'd rather have like a 4150 bore to fit everything on. But all of this does not weigh very much. So let's look at this over here, Jimmy. If you look at the design of the cylinder head, we've scalloped all of this out. Most people, when they do a billet head, they just come straight across right here because that makes it easier in a couple of ways. It makes it easier, certainly, to design in the CAD, and it makes it a lot easier to machine. But if you come here, I think people have expectations when they come here, so we do our best to fulfill them. So a bare head weighs 35 pounds, and that's a billet cylinder head. We can do that. We can do them three different ways as far as in the water. We can do them with no water. We can do them with a dry deck with water, or we can do them just standard with water. And you can see there's about 40 different places we've drilled for water, and these all connect with each other. So we don't have any any hot pockets or anything like that. You don't have to worry about air in it. And then we machine pockets in here for the water on both ends. And then all of the other places, there's water in here. We have spark plug coolers for the nitrous guys that are drilled on the deck side for this. There is water everywhere. So typically a much more water than your average billet head would have. And I promise you, the water was the hardest part about designing the cylinder head, and probably machining it too. Okay, so then let's go to the next thing. We got the valve covers. The valve cover is billet. It has a dovetail O-ring in it, so no more gaskets. So beautiful. They don't weigh much. But what's nice about the dovetail O-ring, a dovetail means that when you put the O-ring in, it won't come out. It's actually a fitting that, and it's a tool. It's shaped like this. So basically, when you push the gasket in, it won't come back out. So that's what a dovetail tool looks like. And then you come over here, and you can see all the fasteners on here. We have approximately 30 fasteners holding the rocker bar on. You can easily get 1/2-inch push rods in this. We only sell this with steel rockers because if you're doing all of this, you might as well just have steel rockers. So there's plenty of drain backs. We have drain backs down in here, right here, to get the oil out of this area. And then we have more drain backs up in here to make sure when you take the valve cover off, you don't have these issues, okay, or don't have any oil issues. And then we have this, and then we have the intake manifold. Okay, so the intake manifold is not a copy of anything. That is something that we design here at MBE. You know, the more billet manifolds we've been doing, we're getting very, very successful at this. We have many years of doing development, on the cup stuff in the early mid 2000s. I don't know how many manifolds we did here, but we learned a lot from all that. So now you have an intake manifold that works. You actually put the intake manifold on, and the port actually flows more air. It doesn't lose. So the end runners have a ton of line of sight. I don't know if Biggs can get in here or not from this angle, or right here from this angle here. So you can actually see the whole runner right here on this end runner. So that's how we do all of that. But this has cross-sectional area. So, you know, everything is set up. So if you want to build a 470 cubic inch billet small block Chevy motor, then we have everything you need right here. I forgot about one of the most important things. Where a typical small block Chevy has the two exhaust ports next to each other, and with a power adder, that is a nightmare. It just wants to kick head gaskets out of it. When we designed this symmetrical. So it's intake, exhaust, intake, exhaust, intake, exhaust. So the two exhaust ports aren't next to each other. You're not going to have head gasket issues, especially with a billet head. If we can put the top fuel hoops in it, we can do whatever you like. But now you have something. If you want to make 2,500 plus horsepower with a billet small block Chevy, we have what you need. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.